Gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is Striker.
My name is Luba.
Now, there's something that happens in the comments on the videos sometimes when we do these videos on YouTube. People will say things like, don't use these agencies, just go over there and meet women naturally on the street, at the beach, and as you can see, there are hot chicks everywhere. So
let's go and talk about it.
Let's talk about it. So, I think we need to address this from a practical point of view. As you guys know, we always like to be practical in our approach in whatever we are doing. And coming over to any country and just meeting women is a perfectly acceptable way to meet women. I've travelled to 30 more countries, and that's how I've always met women. But I've never specifically gone to a country looking for a long-term relationship. And I think that's like the difference.
This is the point.
That's the difference there.
When you come, like it depends why you come to Ukraine. Of course, it's not a problem to meet a lady. Like you can go to the restaurant. We're walking now, and you know I want to ask for numbers for the girl. I mean, girls are nice, and of course, like if you do speak some Russian, or even if you don't, like you can ask for something, and the girls will respond. And of course, you can make a friendship and something more. But will it be for serious? Of course, it's like one chance in 3 million, because you don't know if this girl has a boyfriend or no. You don't know if she's willing to move. You don't know anything about her background. Yes, you can meet her, you can talk to her. She's gonna be nice to you. You can spend maybe together. But you know, is it actually an efficient way of finding a wife? That's the question.
Well, I think there's two things here that we have to think about, and it's the first one is intention. Like, what is the intention of the lady that you meet? Like, she's not walking around thinking, I'm going to try and find a long-term relationship. You know, these things just kind of happen. You do hear stories of it happening. And the other thing is motivation as well. Is she, like, I guess it's kind of they sort of fall into the same category, but is she motivated or not? So I have this little scale where it's a -1, a 0, and a 1. And it's, if you think about it this way, so a -1 would be coming over to Ukraine with absolutely nothing, no contacts, and you're not going to use an agency or anything like that. You haven't done any correspondence. You're at a -1. If you come over to Ukraine and you use, like, say, one of these romance tours where supposedly there are ladies with intention and motivation, it puts you at a 0. So you're starting from 0. So it can be possible that you will come across ladies that are, you know, it could happen, right? And then there's the +1. So the +1 is that you've using a legitimate agency, you are been corresponding legitimately before, none of this letter writing shit, and so you're coming over there and you're already off to a good start. That is really the best way, the most effective and efficient way to do it. That's not saying that it would work. I mean, there's so many other factors that come into it. You as the person doing this,
yeah, of course,
the
it
woman
depends of the woman, of you, of like where you met. But to meet them and to understand that this girl is like normal, that she is not a scammer, it's possible. Of course, it's possible. And I think it's always a chance. Like, I have one story when the guy actually came and he was meeting some ladies from the agency, and then all of a sudden, like, there was a lady at the hotel who came on a business trip to this city, and so they were sitting together. They like started having breakfast in the morning, and so they end up dating. I don't know, like, if it is end up anyhow like more serious, but of course it's possible. And from everybody else, she spoke English, and you know, he enjoyed it. So of course there is a chance, and if you're lucky enough, then of course it can happen.
Yeah, and the other thing to take note of as well, right? So there's this. So the intent that she, if she's been to one of these agencies, then she has already sort of thought about it. Maybe she had a friend that did it. She's heard about it from somewhere, and something in her has given her that drive to actually go and to actually pursue it. So that's what she's actually doing. She's actually pursuing it. That doesn't mean that she's going to go with any guy that comes to the agency. She's got her options open, and she's open to actually going there. So, and I think that's kind of the key there, is that you already have that. A lady that is open to it. Now, they say that, you know, a small percentage of ladies would even leave Ukraine, which is I guess it's not as much as what most people think. But I also do believe that if you meet a woman and she falls madly in love, she sees so much value in you as a future husband, a partner, then she'll go anywhere with you. Okay, why wouldn't she? There's no different than any other country in the world. You meet a woman in the United States, she might move to Australia or something like that. So that can happen as well.
Destiny is very unpredictable, I would say.
Yeah.
And
so
you never know what's going to happen.
You never know. But the thing is to, if you have the mindset of, I'm just going to go to Ukraine and just wander around the streets and just ask for phone numbers or whatever, you're going to come to so many problems. One, you have to be really confident, because Ukrainian women are not as receptive, especially to foreigners, when you're just walking up to them on the street. Some of them are. If you're in an environment like a club or something, maybe it's a little bit different. But if a woman's going about her daily life and she's been harassed on the street by a foreigner, well,
one thing that I can recommend, is that if you have some interest, and for example you want to join some community, either it's a speaking club or it's maybe some church communities or something, and so you will be with the local people, with their environment, I do believe that it is possible. So it's gonna be a very good plan, I don't know, B or C for you, if you before you come, find something where you can join and meet just local real random people.
Yeah. And
there's no guarantee that they're gonna, like, the lady would be interested in marrying you, but Striker is very right. It all depends on you and on her, and if you both fall in love and she's single and you're single, why not? Maybe she never thought about that, but she would actually do that. Yeah,
because it's not like they're all thinking about that, even though you may think that with some of these, the way these agencies advertise, they're not thinking about that. They're not. The chances of it actually happening is so slim. Right, it's not like, even though you think there are a lot of guys coming over here, in comparison to all the single women, they're not going, I really want it. The ones that go to agencies have taken that extra step to actually pursue
the Western relationship. Yeah, but it's not necessarily. Maybe we turn here. I just want to show everybody here. Let's turn. Yeah, you just open up all the clubs, as we mentioned before about the quarantine, and it's one of the clubs, and they start working on 13th of June. So yeah, it's like anywhere you can meet your destiny, you never know. But what I would really recommend is what you need to be educated. You know that I'm stuck, I'm an old teacher, I'm stuck with this idea that you need to know everything about Ukrainian ladies. You need to speak some Russian, you need to know all the weak and strong parts.
The mentality. It's so different from the West.
Yeah,
it really is.
And then of course, if you know everything, if you do some extra steps toward her, then of course, like, she's gonna be yours, and you will start a relationship. And who knows, like, I have a lot of guys who moved to Ukraine because of the ladies, because the lady can't move and he doesn't really care. So
yeah, it is an option. It is an option to move to Ukraine if you can. Okay, well, hopefully that makes a little bit of sense out there. If anybody has just gone over to Ukraine and met their wife just by, with intention to go over there, and then they walked around or they did whatever, and then it actually happened, then let us know in the comments, because to date, apart from maybe one or maybe two people out of like probably hundreds that have actually gone and done it, then yeah. So
if you have any questions, just put them down below, or if you want to have a private consultation and you want us to answer your questions, you're welcome to book a Skype call on our website www.heartrocket.com.
All right, we'll see you guys next time.
Bye bye.